Welcome back, and thanks for walking along with us on the Red Cobblestone Road. Today, let's talk about something powerful, something that shapes our world before any law is ever written: stories. Before there are policies, there are stories. Before arguments erupt at the dinner table or protests fill the streets, narratives are whispered, streamed on our screens, taught in our schools, and preached from our pulpits. Stories are how we, as a people, understand ourselves. They tell us who is noble and who is dangerous, who gets our sympathy and who can be cast aside. Stories name the heroes and the villains, the victims and the saviors. And if you can control a nation's story, you don't need chains. Their minds will follow wherever you lead. Right now, in America, there's a fierce storied war raging. It's not just about facts. It's about identity itself. It's a battle over what it means to be black, white, male, female, rich, poor, citizen, immigrant, conservative, or progressive. It's a fight over what it even means to be a good person in a world where the moral goalposts seem to be constantly moving. There was a time when the American story, at least in its ideal form, sounded something like this: we are a flawed but always striving nation, bound together not by tribe, but by a shared creed. We are equal under God and the law, even if we haven't always lived up to that truth. It was never a perfect story, and it often hid painful realities, but it gave us a common framework that told us we are responsible, we are capable, and we are called to something higher than ourselves. Now new stories are fighting to take its place. One story says, you are a victim, history has crushed you, the system is against you, and you live under a permanent dark cloud. Your main job is to stay angry, nurse your wounds, and demand that others fix your problem. Another story says, you are an oppressor. You carry the guilt of your ancestors. Your success is suspicious. Your voice is tainted, and your only path to redemption is through endless apology and surrender. And yet another story says, you are whatever you feel you are in this moment. Nothing is permanent. Your body, your history, your obligations, they're all just soft clay for you to reshape however you wish without any limits. All these new stories share a common lie. They tell you that your deepest identity is either your wound, your guilt, or your ever-changing desires. They shrink you down to a single fragment of who you are and build an entire worldview around it. It's no surprise this story war is raging in our most important institutions. In schools, kids are being taught to sort themselves into categories, to see power and oppression in every single interaction, and to view their own country primarily as a crime scene. They learn the language of grievance and suspicion early on. In the media, stories of conflict and outrage are amplified. They are dressed up with dramatic music and graphics, while tales of quiet courage and simple responsibility are ignored as boring. The narratives we consume are not neutral. They are curated. Entire groups of people are flattened into simple caricatures: the angry rural voter, the fragile progressive, the clueless moderate, the brutal cop, the corrupt politician. In politics, this is used as a tool. You're no longer a citizen. You're a demographic. Your pain is a talking point, and your fear is an opportunity. The goal isn't to inspire you to be better, but to keep you loyal to the story that helps a campaign win. The tragedy is that these stories feel true because they are wrapped around real injustices. There have been victims, there have been oppressors, But when pain is turned into a permanent identity, healing becomes impossible. When guilt becomes the whole story, forgiveness is thrown out the window. And when desire is all that matters, duty disappears. A people soaked in these stories start to see one another not as complex human beings, but as actors in a play someone else wrote. The young man on the street isn't just James, who loves music and is looking for a job. He becomes a potential threat or a symbol of injustice, depending on the story you've been told. You can feel the weight of this in everyday conversations. How quickly we speak in hashtags and headlines, recycling lines like, people like that always ... or you know how they are ... Underneath it all, a simple question waits. Who told you that this is all you are? When Jesus walked the earth, he faced story wars too. He didn't deny history or pretend wounds weren't real, but he refused to let any label be the final word. A tax collector became a disciple. A woman caught in sin walked away forgiven. He gave people a new story. If the American soul is going to be healed, it won't be by winning a propaganda war. It will happen when we remember that no earthly story of race, class, grievance, or guilt has the right to define a human life completely. The questions for us are simple. Which story am I playing a role in? And am I willing to let a higher story interrupt the one I've been handed? Because if we don't reclaim the right to tell the truth about who we are, we'll just be actors in someone else's play. Thanks for walking on the Red Cobblestone Road. If this resonated with you, please like, share, and comment. We'll see you next time.